and now we're joined in studio by a handful of individuals. We have Mark O'Connor, FBBCF Executive Director, Wayne Bonfiglio, who's come in, and he has brought the bike that I will be using, which is actually a really very interesting looking bike, because everything I've been told is you want to have very, very thin tires, a comfortable seat, the handlebars are nice. This looks like something that if I'm going to finish 65 miles is absolutely what everybody has told me I need. Like, I can't blame it on the equipment, right?
Nope.
Now, I can blame it on the fact that you brought in a bunch of donuts. And we've got about a dozen different donuts here from a local spot. And apparently there's a bourbon bottle on the floor down here. So we also have Dean Filari, who is here with us. And also sitting across from me is Montgomery County District Attorney Kevin Steele. So, gentlemen, it's great to have all of you in here this morning. And, Kevin, I believe you've got some work coming up later to do later this morning. You'll be in court. That's correct?
Yeah, we have to head to the courthouse.
I once dreamed of being an attorney. Now I'm sitting across from one on the radio. What a wild concept. So, of course, you guys are involved with this heavily. So, from your DA's office and the involvement with this ride, if you could talk a little bit about this and fill our audience in on what you guys are so proud of with the Wheels of Justice.
Yeah, we formed a team about 15 years ago, so this will be our 15th year riding with the Wheels of Justice, and we've been the biggest team. We've been the biggest fundraiser, so you got a little work ahead of you to catch us here. I think last year we got over $1 million raised over the period of time that we've been doing this.
We're sitting here bragging about 10 grand. This guy's got $1 million.
Yeah, well, you know, it's we're all raising the same amount. It's all for the same charity, right?
So much
right,
so much for the Wheels of Justice going slowly. Apparently, with Montgomery County, they go quickly.
Yeah,
a lot of money. How many times have you done the ride specifically?
16 now.
Okay.
So did it with another group, and then we decided to form a team, and Wheels of Justice seemed appropriate for DA's office. So so we've been been increasing it. We're over 200 people on the team, and it means a lot to our riders, because we've lost a lot of folks that we've known and that we've worked with, and this supports their families. So that's why we do it, and every year I get the number 178, and that's a police officer from Plymouth Township who was killed. Brad Fox, and that means a lot to me to have that number.
And that is one of 218 riders as of today for the Wheels of Justice. And currently they have raised almost $55,000 for the Families Behind the Badge Children's Foundation, with a goal of raising $100,000 by the day of the ride. Now, you've been in office since 2016, but you've been doing this ride for a very long time. As a veteran rider at this point, I've received all sorts of input, tips, advice, how to do this, what not to do. What would you advise me to do right now for the 3-week period that I have until we actually get this thing going on July 23rd?
Drink a little water. You'll be good there, and look, it's slightly downhill the whole way. It's sort of the ocean.
Downhill.
So he says it's slightly uphill.
It's everybody. When I tried to do this one year, they're like, hey, New Jersey, it's flat. It's not flat. It's hard.
You'll be fine. And you look around and you see some of the folks that are making it, and they will give you the incentive to keep going on it. And look, you're riding for the families of fallen officers.
Yeah.
And the police do a great job in closing down the roads the whole way. And you can stop at your rest stops. You stretch out. You move around. Eat a little. The Uncrustables, I recommend them on things, and you just keep going and know that you'll have a beer waiting for you at the end.
I can't wait. Cannot wait.
Can we get a picture, or can we put up on the YouTube channel of the bike there that they brought in for you, Nick?
It is very nice.
I just want everybody to see that.
We can get a still shot after the show as well.
Yeah.
I'll jump on that sucker and do it. So am I taking this with me when I leave today?
Absolutely.
Okay. So I'm going to stick it in the bed of my truck. Some would say the bed of my minivan. And I will have this on Sunday morning when I start the first warm-up, which will be in Bluebell. I'm probably going to do somewhere between 5 and 15 miles on Sunday. Is that kind of so I'm thinking a slow, gradual build before the ride. So I'm going to try, 5, 10, 15 miles this Sunday. A couple days later, next week, I'm going to be on vacation, try to do 20, 25. Is that the way, or should I just immediately shoot for the max right now? Should I go 65 on Sunday? Can I do it?
Do not do 65.
I just, shoot or shoot.
Ease into this thing. It's a better way to go.
Okay.
We've been doing training rides on Wednesday night. Our team captain, Mark Azef, has us going to a brewery out in Audubon and called Ballbirds, and then we ride, about 22 miles, and it's a good length to ride to get you prepared for it.
Now, we also have a handful of other counties and individuals that will be competing in this as well. Of course, you've got the Montgomery County DA's office, Wheels of Justice. We have Mr. Steele in it with us right now. Bucks County has 2 teams participating. You have the Bucks Heroes and Bucks First Responders. The Temple Police has 2 bike teams, Temple Police and TUPA, T-U-P-A, honoring the late, great Sergeant Fitzgerald. So that team is 4699 Faulkner strong. Just from a camaraderie standpoint and the initiative and what this really means, we're trying to develop a better relationship with the youth and with police. At the end of the day, police, district attorney's office, the goal at the end of the day is to, enforce the law, bring people to justice. You prosecute the crimes. When you guys can get together from different counties, all with the same goal professionally, but also for such a great cause, how rewarding is that for you guys?
It's great, and look, we all have a healthy competition with this in terms of raising money, but it's all for the same cause, and it's all for working together, and again, these groups that are having teams, Lower Merion. Police and fire have a team because they lost 2 firefighters in 2021, and they've been really great participants in this with it, and you ride for a cause. We lost troopers this year. We've lost too many folks, and having that and having that meaning behind this goes a long way.
Mark, let me get your thoughts specifically about the foundation, this cause, how people can get involved. Yeah, we talked about this a little bit last Friday. I believe we had Stephanie Mack in studio as well, the widow of Trooper Mack, who's now riding this year in honor of her late husband. The team name for her squad is Together with Troopers. But just kind of walk us through this foundation from point A to point B.
So the 2 main tenets of the foundation are, first, to support the families of fallen and severely injured first responders in the greater Philadelphia and South Jersey area. And we do that financially with an immediacy grant right after the tragedy occurs, at a time when these people are at their point of greatest grief and highest need. And then we continue to support them through the years. A great example of that is the Andy Chan family. Andy was a highway patrolman in Philly, got T-boned going to work on his motorcycle, has traumatic brain injury, a relatively young man, young kids. His wife has to get up every day. She's got to care for Andy. She's got to take care of her kids. She's got to get to work. And that's her reality every single day. We hear these tragedies, and then we kind of move on with our lives, and our foundation tries to remember them, and hopefully all our riders and supporters are doing the same. Our second tenet is the Police Youth Alliance, where we connect cops and kids in non-enforcement and positive actions to change the perception that these kids have of the cops. The cops are not the enemy. The cops are the people that protect us every day. So we do some programming with that. Kevin is actually a rower. Besides being a triathlete, Kevin Steele's a rower. And we're working on a program out in Monco where we're going to get some kids on the river, which is going to be a lot of fun and very rewarding.
Very nice. We just got another individual who not only made a donation, but somebody that just joined our team, Team 1210, to ride. So, Robert Rilo, we appreciate you. I just got that email.
Very nice.
So, we are over $10,000, but we still have 3 weeks to go. You can still sign up to ride and donate, bendtoshore.org, or the alternate website, gregstockersucks.com, where you can make any donation you would like, and we are well on our way. So 1210, Team 1210 is the team. Promo code Nick1210. That will get you $25 off. Wayne, you're the retired former chief of police for Berlin. What does this build-up mean to you? The day of the event, everybody getting together for what really I think, and we talk about this many times on this show. Dawn will highlight it in the news. Mm-hmm. You have some people that, just put this negative slant on police officers. And every now and then there's a bad one. But for every time there's a bad one, there's 99 out of 100 that do it right. And fostering this relationship with the youth of today and having them realize that the cops aren't evil, the cops aren't the devil, they're not the bad guys. This is an important message. And I think it really speaks volumes to where we're at. But the fact that you can still turn this terrible narrative around, and you guys do a great job with this.
Nick, everything you say on the radio every day is pretty much spot on as far as police officers. That one bad incident labels the whole lot of us, and right. It's so far from the truth. And the officers know this, and some of them can just let it roll off their backs and go on with their jobs and do what they need to do and be professional the entire time. There's some that it takes a toll on. We have, as you know, a high suicide rate amongst law enforcement officers. It is, it's kind of kept in the dark, and it's organizations like our foundation that kind of gives the officers that pat on the back and that reinforcement that they're not alone doing this, and that if they ever need help, we're there for them. Mm-hmm. As a police officer, I thank God, my family thanks God every day that we did not have to tap the resources of this foundation. I did make it to retirement, but there are many that don't, and it's sad. I've been with Mark and our president to deliver the immediacy checks, and to just see the sorrow in their eyes and amongst the family, and then we come in with a monetary shot in the arm just to get them through those first couple of weeks, because many people don't know when the law enforcement. And I don't know how it works in other states, but in New Jersey, when a law enforcement officer is killed in the line of duty, their finances are immediately frozen. And it's organizations like ours that help the family get the money directly to them. We're not through a third party; it's directly to them. Mm-hmm. So it's I curse my mother every day that she told me to get involved in this. Mm-hmm. I curse Mark O'Connor.
We all
usually when the calendar changes to January 1st, I start to get anxiety. Uh-huh. What happens before the ride is many sleepless nights. Lodge 56, FOP Lodge 56 in South Jersey. I tasked them with the bill to get this ride organized. Mm-hmm. Get all the municipalities to get volunteers to help us with traffic. Several years ago, we brought in firefighters, and the foundation saw how great the firefighter support was, so we brought them in on our immediacy grant and benefactors to our organization. Mm-hmm. I do know every inch of that road. I've put signs up for the last 13 years.
So I'm not going to get lost.
You won't get lost. So Nick, there are signs at every half mile.
Okay.
So if you don't see a sign and you've ridden for 10 minutes,
I've drifted off.
You went off course, and you can't. There's be hundreds of people around you.
You need to work. You need to ride with other people.
Yeah.
That's the key. Is to kind of take the tailwind from other people.
And also keep each other motivated. Come on, suck it up. We can do it. We can do it. It's for a good cause.
Can I just say this one? Wayne was on with Zioli yesterday.
Oh, boy.
And he doesn't seem to think that you're going to be able to finish this. Is that correct, Wayne? That you don't think that Kayal can finish this race?
Is he aware I played high school football?
High school was a long time ago.
Hey, you telling me?
So Nick, whoa. So Nick, just to let you know, Kevin is a triathlete.
Yeah.
I think you and I are triathletes too. We try to be athletes, but we just
That's correct.
don't get it.
I'm going to try it again in about 3 hours on the golf course, and it won't work out well.
Kevin, how long does it usually take you to finish?
Well, I take my time, and it's a social ride, so we'll be in there before noon. But you can make it.
So in under 5 hours is absolutely doable.
Before noon is really good time. It's really good time.
And what time are we going off? 7?
7 a.m.
That's a 5-hour ride.
So you have to factor in the first 19 miles is uphill. So you know. And going into the first rest stop, and Dean runs the first rest stop, coming out of Voorhees and Gibbsboro into Berlin Township.
Yeah.
It's called Blueberry Hill. It's all uphill.
Stop, Wayne. Why are you telling him this? It's all downhill.
It's all downhill after rest stop 1, though.
Mark suckered me with this with the first ride too. It's like, oh, it's all downhill.
Yeah.
It's for a good cause. Oh, by the way, not for nothing, but I know the few members here are Team Zioli, but Nick will be the third person in 1210 history to do this ride. Myself being one of them, Michael Smirkanich being the other one. Yeah. I don't ever recall Rich doing this ride. That's all I'm saying.
See, now we need the guilt shame Rich into doing this.
He's never going to do it. We tried to do it last year.
Hey, Rich, if we raised an additional $25,000, will you do it? We make him feel guilty about it, and then we get him out there.
Yeah. He's not going to do it.
Because if you turn down a good cause for charity, you look like a scumbag. Yes. So we'll make Zioli feel bad about himself.
So he did get in the dunk tank last year.
Wow.
Greg, anybody can get on a bike and ride 65 miles, but to have the guts and the strength and the integrity to get into that murky water.
Yeah, he really took one for the team there.
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
All right, Mark, Wayne, Kevin, Dean, absolute pleasure having you guys in here. Anything you want to plug, final moment here, a website, how to donate, anything specifically that you would like to have in your closing argument, Counselor?
Uh-oh.
Wheels of Justice. They move slowly.
Nick, I did hear that GregStockerSucks.com is trending. Yes. So people can go right there and make a donation to your team.
Right.
Mark, you see what I do for this charity?
I
put my name out there to
He takes a lot of bullets for us.
I'm just because I love this. 1210 has been involved in this charity for a long, long time. And I believe in this charity with all my heart. That's why I'm always pushing for somebody on this station to do this ride. I can't do it because my back hurts. This it's tough. Yeah. But it's such a great cause. All the money goes to the families behind the Badge Children's Foundation, and it's just such a great cause. GregStockerSucks.com, GregStockerSucks.com. We're at over $10,000 right now.
Okay.
So let's keep this going because I think, Mark, if I'm correct, there's another radio station that might be slightly beating us. Is that true?
There's another station that's a little bit ahead of you now.
But hang on a second. Didn't they start fundraising like March?
Yeah, it might have been February, actually.
Yeah. They got a 3-month head start.
We've been doing this for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And we raised over $10,000 already.
That's correct.
Can we, nothing? Love?
It's fantastic what you guys are doing. So thank you. Thank you so much. And we feel like your station is our people, people that support the police, believe in this cause. And there's a few loud people that complain about cops and want to defund the police, but the vast majority of the public support the police, and a way they can show that is to go to GregStockerSucks.com and make a donation to Nick.
All right, Dawn, jump in here.
Yeah, 2 things. So first of all, you don't have to ride to support this, and that's a big. You can join, you can donate, and you can also follow the ride virtually. You can ride virtually, and we're going to have GoPros and make sure that you can see Nick Kayal right along the pathway. So it'll be a lot of fun.
I'm sorry. What'd you say, Dawn? I'm looking at these donuts.
Bigger bike seat?
Yeah, we're going to need a bigger seat. There's no doubt about it.
Tuna Fang on the YouTube chat says 1210, we're in 11th place as far as fundraising goes. That is unacceptable.
Yeah.
Unacceptable.
I agree.
We need to be at least top 5.
Yes.
At least top 5.
Right.
And that other low-energy radio station that plays records all day. You know what I mean? We can beat them. Come on. It's...
Uh-oh.
Go ahead,
hey,
Mark.
Nick, if I can just say one more thing.
Yeah,
I mean,
of course.
We're plugging teams. We're plugging individuals. Anyone who wants to volunteer to be a support vehicle, help out at the rest stops, they can also reach out to the foundation. Unfortunately, they can't go to GregStockerSucks.com to get there directly. I think they can backtrack there, but if they go to the Families Behind the Badge Children's Foundation, to the website, they can sign up. If they want to be a support vehicle, they can hit us up.
Okay.
And we'll find a spot for them.
All right. Gentlemen, great to see all of you, and I'll see you guys in 3 weeks.